Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Shri Mahavishnave Namaha. Today it is Ekadashi day. That is, today it is 25th February 2025, Palguna Krishna Ekadashi. So today is Monday. So this is called as Vijaya Ekadashi. So here, to understand the Vijaya Ekadashi better and what is the significance of the story behind this and what is that we have to follow today and how to be followed, let us try to understand it in a better way, which is told in Purana as a conversation between Krishna and Arjuna. So, Arjuna, who really wanted to know what has to be followed in this Ekadashi of Krishna Paksha in the Palguna month, persuades Krishna to tell him in detail about what is the significance of this Ekadashi day. Then Krishna goes on to say that, dear Arjuna, Ekadashi of Krishna Paksha of Palguna month is known as Vijaya Ekadashi. The one who fasts on this Ekadashi always remains victorious. That is why it is called as Vijaya Ekadashi. Arjuna, you are my dear friend, and that is why I am going to tell you this story about how the fasting helped Shri Ramachandra Prabhu of the Treta Yuga, who is none other than the incarnation of Lord Vishnu. Lord Krishna continued to say that Lord Sri Ramachandra, after getting married, living in his palace, was expecting to be coronated as a king, but soon was thrown out, but was not feeling sad for it. He was neither moved up or higher happy when he was given the crown, or nor did he feel dejected when he was asked to go out. So he went in exile along with his wife. Though he insisted Sita Mata to stay, she continued to say that she would be wherever Sri Rama would be. So after they had gone out to the in the exile, soon we know the story that Sita Mata was abducted through a way which no one would have expected. So Sri Rama was in search of Sita Mata and he reached the ocean shore. A bird named Jatayu, a great devotee of God, lived on the seashore. The bird told the mother Sita has been taken across the ocean by King Ravana of the city of Lanka, and the mother is now currently with him in Ashokavatika. After knowing the address of Sita from Jatayu, Sri Ramachandra Prabhu started preparing to have an army to fight against Ravana in Lanka. So the army that he was at that time had was the monkey army. But with the monkey army, how they can cross across the ocean, which has so many other beings in it. So Sri Rama, though being an incarnation of Lord Vishnu, wanted to present as an example to the world in the form of Maryada Purushottama, that he is not going to be worried like a common man, though he has taken the form of common man. He is not going to use any of his superpowers. So he, when could not find any way to cross the ocean, asked Lakshmana, "Oh Lakshmana, I cannot think of any way to cross this ocean. If you have any other solution, please tell me." After listening to Sri Ramachandra, Lakshman said that, Lord, nothing is hidden from you. You yourself are is omnipotent. Yet I would say that half a yojana away from here is the residence of the most knowledgeable Vagdalbhya Muni. Vagdalbhya Muni. We should ask the solution to for this issue from and get an answer from him. So Vagdalbhya Muni is very knowledgeable, Muni and a Jnani, so he would be the right person who can help us out. So Lord Krishna, along with Lakshmana, reached the ashram of Vagdalbhya Muni, and after paying obeisance to him, put his question before him. Munivar said, O Ram, you along with your army have to fast on Ekadashi of Krishna Paksha, which is coming close in the Palguni month. By fasting on this Ekadashi, you will definitely cross the ocean and defeat Ravana. So, when this was told by Muni, so the same was followed by Sri Ramachandra Prabhu, and on the day of and Arjuna, um, Krishna is saying that Arjuna, Sri Ramachandraji, along with army, observed the fast of Ekadashi as per the rules given by the Munivar, and then they got the idea that they can build a bridge over the ocean to invade Lanka. There was a war which was righteous between Rama and Ravana, in which Ravana was killed. So Krishna continued to say that, "O Arjuna, I told you the story of this Vijaya Ekadashi. Now you listen to me about the rules on the fasting. The fast of Vijaya Ekadashi should be observed in the same manner as Sri Ramachandra Prabhu observed the fast of Vijaya Ekadashi. On the day of Dashami, we should make an altar, or we should bring in a kalasha with a coconut on it and the mango leaves, and keep the kalasha in a uh, stapanam, in a place on some very tidy place, probably in puja room. According to our capacity, we can use the pot, might be silver, a copper, or a clay, whatever we can, and we should instill the god on it. And in the next day, on the day of Ekadashi, we should instill Lord Vishnu by placing the Pancha Pallava in that kalasha. And we should worship the Lord with incense stick, lamp, sandalwood paste, fruits, basil, along with other rituals. The fasting person should read and listen to God's story throughout the day and stay awake in the night, sitting in the night chanting Vishnu Sahasranama or any other Vishnu stotram in front of the Kalasha. On the day of the Dvadashi, the Kalasha can be donated to any Pandit or any poor person or anyone you feel that will take it forward for their life, who really is qualified and not the person who already have should be given. When we do this, automatically we will get the victory for which we have been working for, is what Shri Krishna goes on to say to Arjuna. But people who are really not looking for any victory, for them also it will be beneficial. How? Because we always fight a war in a day throughout between the buddhi and the manas. The buddhi is the one which wants to guide the manas, but the manas is the one who do not want to listen to the buddhi. It wants to take its own decision based on the inputs it has in his chitta. Usually, when there is any fire, if in a small age, if we do not know about it, we touch it through the sense organ. That sense of pain gets registered, the wound gets registered, the experience get registered in the chitta, and the mind always accesses things from the chitta, and it will know that what can happen. But what happens, sometimes the mind gets clouded because the mind will not know what to do. Each day it is a battle between the buddhi, which is very deterministic and knows that what has to be done, and the mind, which is like chanchalatvam, as in it is wavering between yes and no, and it doesn't know what to do. In that case, it is always a fight between buddhi and manas, like Rama and Ravana. And finally, Rama has to win over Ravana. The buddhi has to conquer the manas, tell the manas, lead the manas with the wisdom what it has. With the how can we get that wisdom? The wisdom can be got by reading the books which gives you the right knowledge, by connecting with the people who will give you the right knowledge, by listening to God's stories which will tell you the right knowledge. So, in specific, in short, we can say it as a satsanga. Sangha is a union. Sangha is a company. Satsanga is a company which is beneficial, which is uplifting, and which is for the higher true good. When you have a satsanga, not necessarily in spiritual life, but also in any walk of life, we can feel, we can experience the higher good nature within us. The Shat Ripu, like the Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya, which always clouds the mind, is getting eradicated by the right discriminative power and the right amount of the knowledge, which because of which the buddhi gets sharpened, the subtle buddhi gets even more keen in taking care of the mind, through the mind, the sense organs, through the sense organs, the body, and as said in Bhagavad Gita, Uddhared Atmanatmanam, Atmanam Avashadayet. So, Na Atmanam Avashadayet. So, the higher energy, which is the buddhi, should pull the mind. The mind, which is higher than the senses, should pull the senses. The senses, which is higher than the body, should pull the body. So, this also is there in Gita, that how buddhi is para to the manas, the manas is para to the indriyas and the prana, and indriyas are para, prana is para even to the body. So, that way it is said in Bhagavad Gita, Indriyani paranyahuhu indriyebhyah param manah manasastu para buddhir yo buddhev paratastu saha. In that way, we need to try to uplift ourselves through the para, the higher, to the one which is lower, apara. The higher can pull the lower, but in our general life, the lower pulls down the higher and we go down. That is also told in Gita, that how a person comes down, how he falls in each day by dhyayato vishayan pusas sangasteshupajayate sangat sanjayate kamah kamat krodho bijayate krodhat bhavati sammohah sammohat smriti vibhramah smriti bhramshat buddhinasho buddhinashat pranashyati. So the fall of man is given in beautiful two shlokas in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, that we always think about objects around the world, and that objects pull our self. Because of that, we get desires. Because of the desires, if we don't get it, we get angry. Or if we got it and we lost it and missed it, we get angry. Because of the anger, not necessarily the objects, might be the situation, might be something which you like, you want to watch. Somebody is not allowing you to watch. Might be for the children, might be even for the elders. So, through it, not necessarily objects, just it can be emotions, it can be thoughts, and it cannot be as like you want, then automatically you get angry. When you get angry, your senses are clouded, you don't know what to do. Whoever can be before you, even your elder father, grandfather, teacher, you get angry at them, you shout at them, or sometimes people go violent also. When that happens, automatically their chitta, which was clouded with right thoughts, are getting overlapped by the anger. So krodhat bhavati sammoha. What is sammoha? Delusion, that I will get angry because I don't get what I wanted. The want is one which will give me happiness, and that want could not be fulfilled. And that is the delusion. Because of that delusion, the anger. And the anger causes more delusion. And this delusion leads you to smriti vibhramaha. That is not disconnection from the chitta, which has told that this person is so good, this person is higher than you, this person has to be respected. Everything goes away. So Smriti Vibhramaha, Smriti Vibhramshat, Buddhi Nashaha. Your connection between the Buddhi and the Manas is cut. And Buddhi Nashat Pranashyati. You come down. You come down to a very lower nature. The Rakshasa Guna, the Asura Guna. That is also given in Bhagavad Gita, that what happens to a Asura person, what happens to a Rakshasa. So there are three doors for the hell: Kama, Krodha, Lobha. So we should tasmadetat trayantyajet. You should leave that in your life. So how can all this happen? All this can happen if you do the upasana in the right way, if you bring the mind with sanity, if you connect the mind with the buddhi, and the buddhi leading you through chanting, so that the buddhi and the mind gets higher connection with the vibrations which you chant, and also with the meaning. If you chant, the buddhi is also sharpened to understand that the vyapakatvat Vishnu, he is pervading all over everywhere, including you and the things around you, the people around you, the situation, the environment, everywhere he is there. Then why we need to feel happiness and sadness? It is the same. Feel contented. So when you know the Vishnu Sahasranama with the meaning, when you chant it with the meaning as a upasana, then automatically your mind gets expanded the Vishalata, and you are ready to accept people, you are ready to accept situation, you are ready to accept anything to face. And when you are ready to accept anything to face in the situation, the problem becomes only a situation. It doesn't go as a crisis. When the situation itself will uplift you, imagine that how you can get the victory easily. With this note, we shall try to follow how much ever we can. Try to chant the Vishnu Sahasranama with the right meaning, right approach in the mind, and understand the expansive nature of the God. Accept and appreciate everything, and not to criticize, not to condemn. Hari Om.